Hello and welcome back to some more Genshin Impact. So I'm going to be starting the timed event Spino Doubleblaster. It says in an unremarkable part of the below region. I don't know if I'm saying that correctly. You and Paimon hear a loud boom. So let's go to quest, and we want to see where the sound of the cannon is coming from. It's all the way over here. Huh? It sounds like something exploded. Is there a fight happening nearby? It seems like it came from something. I wish that Paimon didn't speak so fast sometimes. Reducing the power to this level should be sufficient. The bubble balls will be able to break the targets. An excellent balance of entertainment and safety. Bubble balls? Entertainment? Oh, so it's a toy water cannon. That's a relief. Though, doesn't this water cannon look familiar? Have we seen it somewhere before? Hey, isn't this the Croco cannon? You know, it's funny. I was starting to think that we did something like this before. That's right. Paimon remembers now. We saw the Croco cannon back in the Valerian Mirage. But the person operating it doesn't look like Mr. Chatelian? I don't know. Chatelian? Chatillon? I don't know. Monsieur Chatillon? You know the legendary water cannon designer himself? That means you two must truly be experts in the field. Good grief, I'm having a hard time speaking right now. Looks like you and the water cannon have quite the connection. How would you like to be my first guest? Oh, Paimon thinks she can guess what you're going to say next. You've just finished making adjustments to the water cannon, and we're planning to find some people to test it out and give you some feedback. Well, I mean, we've been through this enough by now, so yeah, you're probably right. Absolutely and completely correct. You guys are the real deal, and you must have worked together with many in the past. I anticipate no difficulties in cooperating with you. Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Breast. Quite a name. And I am a former naval artillery engineer from the Fontaine Research Institute's Armaments Research team. Currently unemployed. I'm having trouble even with normal words now, probably because I'm still not sure how to pronounce that one guy's name, and it threw me for a loop. In order to make a living, I've been fiddling with this improved Crocomorph vortex-based crocodilian armored heavy naval battleship style recreational water blasting cannon in the hopes of opening a water park. Could you have made that any more long-winded? Wait a second. Naval artillery engineered unemployed a water park? Paimon's brain is swimming in a sea of confusion. You must have been through quite a bit. Yeah, you must have been through quite a bit. No choice, really. Times have changed. Fontaine once had an impressive armada, and back then naval cannons were a non-negotiable requirement. But after a massive battle, the fleet was utterly annihilated. Fontaine is now a nation of clockwork mecha, and the Play Marmonia has no plans to rebuild the fleet. Naval artillery is expensive, large, and heavy, and there's currently no real use for them. Or for someone like me, who likes to tinker with them. In any case, military contracting is a dead end, so I've got to consider switching to another industry completely. After all, no matter how you slice it, you've got to live. Being happy is the important thing. Opening a water park, earning some money from ticket sales, living an ordinary, peaceful life? Not that bad, really. Should Paimon say that you're really a glass half full type? Doesn't seem like you need to be consoled at all. Anyway, let's not talk about the sad stuff like that right now. Let's talk about my improved Croco cannon. It's really super fun. Based on the blueprints left behind by Monsieur Chatillon. That's how I'm going to pronounce his name from now on. I've made a few targeted optimizations. The new model no longer requires loading and can even switch between ammunition types. I've also added more target and stage designs to make the attraction even more challenging. I've been playing for 3 days, and I'm still not tired of it. After you start playing, you'll be able to forget all about all your problems, and just lose yourself in the fun. If you're satisfied, then help me spread the word about it. Then we won't mention anything about work or unemployment. Let's try out this new Croco Cannon, yeah. Say no more. Paimon wants to play. Miss Breast is right. We did work together really well. Paimon hopes that when other people run into rough patches, they can have the same great attitude she does. So, there's the tutorial. You know, it occurred to me that some people might wonder why I read off the tutorials, and part of the reason why is just so that people can, like the people watching, can get like an idea of how the rules work along with me. Because otherwise, you may be wondering how I'm doing something, or why I'm not doing something in some cases, if you understand the rules better than I do. So, yeah, anyways, let's read this. Working off the blueprints left behind by Chadalon, the engineer Breast made improvements to this iteration of the toy water cannon, allowing it to safely use hydro-elemental ammo for entertainment purposes. When the water cannon fires, it will consume its energy reserve. The energy reserve is slowly replenished over time, but it can also be restored by hitting easy charge balls. You can adjust the water cannon control under the settings in the event UI. There are many kinds of target balls, or Ordi-Normie balls, tiny vantage balls, dual charge balls, easy charge balls, and brouhaha balls. I think that's how you say that. You can view the various unique effects of these target balls under stage specifics. Hitting target balls successively, within a fixed amount of time will build your combo. Maintaining a high combo is key to getting a high score. Okay, so that's the green ones. And that's all never mind. So let's talk to her again. Ready to experience the joy of Croco Cannon? More than ready. It's bubble time. Or bubble ball time. Great, have fun. So there's a total of 8 stages. And the Ordi-Normie ball, you just got to destroy that for 20 points. Destroy the tiny vantage ball for 50. The easy charge ball, gain 20 points after destroying it. And restore improved Croco Cannon's energy reserve by 10. And then the dual charge ball, gain 20 points after destroying this ball and cause an explosion that deals damage to nearby target balls. So that one's my favorite because of what it does. But anyways, well then again, the easy charge ball might be my favorite too. There is something on the left there. Select the right firing mode based on the target ball layout. Destroy dual charge balls and easy charge balls at the opportune moment to let the Croco Cannon shine brightly and score highly. Okay, so it's like telling you, like the reticle, the targeting reticle thing, if I'm saying that correctly, grows bigger at some points. So that's cool. Let's go ahead and start. In each attraction, the improved Croco Cannon is equipped with 2 different firing modes, and these modes can be used to handle different kinds of target ball setups. Standard mode consumes less energy, while overdrive consumes more energy and causes an explosion when target balls are hit. Yeah, we already know about that. After breaking that, it gives you some points. Target balls are affected by the self-destruct protocol, will self-destruct after a period of time. Yeah, I had a feeling that would be the case, so I just gotta... Oh no, I hate these controls! Yeah, I definitely remember doing something like this over in that Valerium Mirage. I think that's what Paimon said it was called. It's been a while since I was there. And it's funny because when I saw this event, I actually thought of that. Oh, I just realized that it's not destroying all of them. Can I... Oh, I can change to something different. Yeah. Darn it. Well, that's unfortunate. Hopefully I don't end up losing a ton of points if I'm not careful. Let's go ahead and hit those for those. Come on. Whatever, doesn't matter. I'm getting plenty of points. Probably. It's a shame. Oh well. I wasn't able to get everything, but it was still enough for a gold, and that's what matters. I should have checked to see how many points I needed prior to entering. So I need 2,000 points for this next stage. And there is a new type, Brouhaha Ball. Detects 20 points upon being destroyed and ends the current combo. You do not want to hit that. You definitely do not. And the on the left there, it shows you know, the different types of targeting things that you can use. Anyways, the horizontal and vertical salvos can each destroy 3 target balls in tight horizontal and vertical lines, respectively. Use the right mode to destroy them. Note that there will be 4 Brouhaha balls on the field as well. Take care to avoid them. Okay, let's start. Firing a salvo, yeah, I don't really care, because I've already read all that stuff. So, I've just gotta carefully... Whoops. Oh, does it actually go through? I hate the controls for the targeting. I wish that you could invert them, but you can't. Whoops, missed it. Okay, well, I was able to get rid of some of those at least. Let's get that first, right there. And then that. And then that. Darn. There we go. At least I still have my combo, right? Kind of. Darn it. Missed those. Oh, I was expecting that to go more to the left there. Obviously didn't. I almost got all of them. Oh, I did get all of them. I thought it was going to disappear before I could. Come on. Why did I switch? I could have gotten more. Hey, at least I got them, right? Yeah, I got all the points that I need, that is. So go ahead and give me. And the next stage requires 2,000 points. It doesn't look like there are any new ball types, so observe your target's movements and pick the right firing mode and timing to maximize the effect of your fire to destroy multiple targets at once. Okay. It threw me right into it. So, I'm obviously going to go with the big one. I mean, why wouldn't I? When it's so much easier to hit everything, except for cases like this. Oh wow, that hit everything? I'm kind of surprised. Oh, that's because of the exploding things. That's cool. Hit that. That. Whoops. Missed that one. That's fine though. Or not one, but 2. Those 2. Okay, this should be interesting. And then finally that. Whoops. No! Stop missing! It's so hard to aim with these controls. I'm not used to these types of camera controls, unfortunately. And I lost my combo there too. Whoops. What am I doing? Why did I do that? Should have aimed that a little bit differently. Whatever. It's fine. I got plenty. They gave me way too many points for that one, in my opinion. Like, it felt like I should have gotten a lot less, or rather, maybe they should have increased the amount that you needed to claim everything. Not that I'm complaining. Anyways, so 2,000 points for this next one. So they have the brouhaha balls back. Anyways, horizontal and... Yeah, we already know about that, so... there we go. I wasn't expecting it to bounce back like that. Oh, wow. That's neat. Get rid of those. Get rid of these two. Whoops. Now, me aiming down by accident is totally my own fault, because going to left to right is easy. Oh. Better go to this mode. Oh, I somehow missed one down there? And I missed that one too. I thought I was gonna get it. Come on. Oh no! That was a mistake. I got a little bit excited. And made a terrible mistake. It doesn't really matter though, because I'm gonna win. I just noticed, so you can see the points in the upper left. Oh! I wasn't expecting there to be another set of them. Anyways, claim those. Yeah, after I destroyed... Because it was so close to time being up. But, so there's no brouhaha balls here, and this looks like it has the same explanation as before, because it's the same type of targeting thing, so... So, let's do this. Go ahead and get rid of those. Oh, cool. Darn it. There we go. And this one's gonna move up like that. And I don't know why that's spinning, but okay. Yeah, I don't see a reason why you would ever use the smaller ones. Unless it's just like an individual object that you have to destroy like that. And even then, the smaller one kinda hinders you. You know what? There we go. Let's go ahead and time it just like that. This one... Oh, that's unfortunate. I was expecting it to go right in front of that. Easy enough. Awesome. So claim those prizes. On to the next stage. And once again, I'm sensing a pattern here. When it's the kind of targeting thing where it's like left to right and up and down, the brouhaha ball is here. When it's not, you can tell on the left. Yeah, that's the way they did it. I'm not sure. I would have liked it if they changed it up a little bit, but oh well. And destroy those. And these. At least I'm getting slightly better at aiming, right? Kind of. Cool. Just have to wait for that. And then be very careful not to accidentally hit the brouhaha balls. I can kind of take my time on some of these. Whoops. Whoop. Come on. And then that. Oh, cool. I just noticed that those were the kind that explode. Very, very nice. You know what? Somehow I missed the two on the sides there, and I have no idea how or why. You know what? There. At least I got one last hit in on that, even if I didn't need it. Okay, and the next one requires 2,000 points. Now this is different. Tenacious Blubber Ball. Destroy to obtain 1,000 points. Each time you damage this ball, destroy weak points or destroy iffy fish. I don't know how to say that. You will gain additional points. A target ball made of special material with extremely high durability that can take a greater amount of punishment. Okay, just to confirm, it's only 2,000 points. Huh. Weird. So it says tenacious blubber balls are exceptionally large target balls. You have a very high durability, requiring multiple hits to be destroyed. That explains some things. I had a feeling it might be the case. Maybe even said that in the explanation there. And it also has a weakness to it, which I'm assuming are those points that are glowing on it. So let's go ahead and do that. Oh, get that. Go ahead and just keep hitting it. Just like that. There we go. Hit those to regain my points. You just gotta keep hitting it while it's stunned, right? Come on. Now this is interesting. Oh no, it's healing. That's not good. No, stop that. Don't you dare heal. Come on. There we go. That explains why it gives you 1,000 points. Although I think that may have still been way too many. Anyways, the next one is 2,000 points still. And of course they added in the Brouhaha ball. And oh, they changed up the targeting thing on the left there. That's neat. Can you... I guess it's only those two? I don't know. So, tenacious blubber balls will summon the fish and have them move around the field. When they're present, the blubber ball will conceal itself and will not take any damage after they are destroyed. The blubber ball will be stunned and it will lose its concealment. Well, it's a good thing I read that.
Boats are made for transferring commodities back and forth.
Dude.
And those that come across Leo tend to stay a while. So it is where many things come on.
Really? I guess I've got to have better aim now. Oh. Die! I wish I had restocked on energy. Oh well, there we go. Maybe? Oh, you automatically restock on energy over time. That's cool. I didn't notice that before. In the heat of battle. What? Come on. I clearly hit it. Okay. There we go. Oh, now I've got to hit it while it's doing that. What? Why did it disappear? There we go. Get rid of those, and then those. Awesome. And this will end it. That one felt easier than the previous one, even though there was more involved. But I liked it. Anyways. And that is that. So I have a feeling there's going to be an afterword, but I could be wrong. It doesn't say that there's an afterword, but it says on the left there, an excellent cannoneer can deal with any situation with a steady hand, blah, blah, blah. Okay. So, yeah, I think that's the end of that event. Interesting. Very, very interesting. What happens if I talk to her again? Nope. We'll be back later, I guess. So we're going to be unlocking her story quest, and go over to where it is. It's in Liyue. Go to Mount Aosong. Paimon has a sudden yearning for the quirky stories told by Cloud Retainer. Go to Mount Aosong to see the Adeptus, with whom you are quite familiar. Let's do just that.
Here we are, right outside her place. Do you still remember the first time we came here? We even brought offerings and everything. And when we told her that Rex Lapis had been assassinated, she immediately threatened to squash Liyue Harbor. Paimon thought she'd be impossible to get along with. But now that we've spent some more time together, she's really not like that at all. We probably don't need to bring any offerings now that we've gotten to know her pretty well, right? Still, Paimon's got some snacks around here somewhere, so if she really wants something, we can just use that. Huh? Traveler, did something catch your eye?
Wow, don't think we've ever seen her before. Or, wow,
Whoa. What a pretty lady. Is she also here to visit Cloud Retainer?
Oh, this must be before that one-timed event where it showed us Cloud Retainer in her human form. It seems like she could also be a powerful Adeptus, so Aether doesn't recognize her, yeah.
Yeah, you're right. All it takes is one look and you can tell she's someone special. As expected of that bird lady, really. She must have a whole bunch of Adepti friends from all over the country.
Okay, Paimon, watch what you say, because if she hears ya...
Okay, but if we're both friends of Cloud Retainer, then we're basically friends by association, right? Want to go up to her and say hello?
Who knew you were such a social butterfly, Paimon? I'll leave the introductions to you.
Helping you make more connections is a part of Paimon's job as your reliable guide. Paimon's got this. Hello. Paimon is Paimon, and this is the Traveler.
Paimon, just say everything in a nice, even tone.
Paimon doesn't think we've met, but we're also friends of Cloud Retainer. May we have the pleasure of learning your name, Madam Adeptus?
You two... What is this tomfoolery? Has the shift in form so clouded your eyes that you no longer recognize one anymore?
Wait, you're...
Cloud Retainer?
Huh? You're the illuminated bird? But you look... human! How did that happen?
Well, we've seen other Adeptus change into humans, but okay.
Oh, donning human form is scarcely any test of one's abilities. As for your confusion, one merely had no reason to indulge such inclinations before.
So, you're indulging now because?
Well, one has made plans to pay a visit to some disciples at Liyue Harbor. Taking on a human form for such a trip is simply a way to make matters less conspicuous.
You? Worrying about keeping a low profile? You're the one who likes to pop up out of nowhere all over the place! In fact, Paimon can think of several examples, like that time when you suddenly appeared on top of a roof without any warning, or...
It feels like Cloud Retainer has her reasons, but doesn't want to discuss them too openly. Oh, I almost forgot. Paimon brought you some gifts.
Hey, didn't we agree not to bring that up unless she asked?
Okay, great, Paimon.
Oh? So you have taken care to follow the proper rules of etiquette after all. Most commendable.
Cloud Retainer tries but fails to look indifferent to Paimon and whatever.
Well, this is all Paimon's got. You don't mind, right?
One has never found oneself lacking in basic comforts. On the contrary, it is the gesture that one values above all else. So long as you've shown proper respect and consideration, the quantity or quality of the gift is but a trivial matter.
That kinda makes Paimon feel a little guilty for trying to keep them for herself. Anyway, where were we before you reminded Paimon about the gifts?
I'm surprised Paimon had openly admitted that. Anyways, Cloud Retainer said that she's going to visit some of her disciples.
Ah, right. So by disciples, you must mean Ganyu and Shenhe. It's also been a while since we last saw them. Maybe we can come too.
One planned to extend the invitation even if you had not raised the matter yourself. Shenhe and Ganyu should be quite pleased to see you again. However, One would first inquire as to the reason behind your visit here. You have cause to seek one's company?
No reason in particular.
Yeah, we just found ourselves missing you and wanted to see how you were doing. We were hoping you'd tell us one of your stories. Who knew we'd run into your human form while we were at it?
Is that so? If there are no urgent matters at hand, then let us make haste for Liyue Harbor. Ganyu is likely still working at Yue High Pavilion, so that shall be our first stop.
Sounds great! Then let's all go to Liyue Harbor!
Okay. 1,000 moonlit miles has started. And what's up with this little statue?
Ganyu has been quite busy with work as of late. One can count on one talon the number of times she returns to Mount Outsong each year. Xianyun has also secured employment recently. In her correspondence with me, she wrote that she shall have no need to return for the foreseeable future. Did they think one was so easily mollified? One shall investigate everything with one's own eyes and decide for oneself if their living conditions are satisfactory.
Okay. An elegantly assembled, mysterious mechanism. For some reason, it is hard to keep your eyes off of it. It appears to be one of Cloud Retainer's new inventions, but it's hard to tell what it could be used for. Huh, okay. Let's go over to the Yue High Pavilion.
We're almost at Yue High Pavilion. Hey, do you think Ganyu will be shocked to see Cloud Retainer like this? Guess we have no idea if Shenhe and Ganyu have ever seen her in this form before. Wait, where did she go?
She was right behind us, but she's back there. She didn't come with us.
Why are you just standing there, Cloud Retainer?
She was 5 feet away. What?
Quietly now. One shall stay here. You two can go and meet with her.
They were acting, or at least Paimon was acting like she was, like, gone, you know?
But why? Isn't it better if we all go together?
If one were to proudly proclaim one's presence, Ganyu would surely profess herself otherwise unoccupied and drop everything to attend to one's visit. One fears that would only result in her staying up all night to make up for lost time. One does not wish to trouble her. Conversing vicariously via you two shall suffice. Do remember to inquire as to her recent well-being. Again, do not mention one's presence here.
Sounds like a pain.
Fair enough. Makes sense. Alright then, we'll just pass on your regards and...
Cloud Retainer?
Oh.
Oh. Busted.
Is that lady someone you know, Ms. Ganyu? She is indeed. I'm sorry, Huixin, but could we delay the upcoming meeting for a little bit? I believe my schedule today is quite full. Although, perhaps I could move some work to later in the evening.
Oh, not to worry, Miss Ganyu. I'll make the necessary arrangements right away.
Thank you, Huixin.
It's been a while, Ganyu.
Greetings. What brings you here today? And Cloud Retainer, too. It's been quite some time since I last saw you in this form.
You are quite mistaken. One is not acquainted with this Cloud Retainer of whom you speak.
Wow.
One is simply a mere mortal passerby.
Very convincing.
Huh?
Seems she's not buying it.
Ganyu saw right through her.
That was but a simple test. One did not expect you to be able to recognize one so easily, especially after so many years of only seeing one's other form.
Ganyu looks totally bewildered. She's thinking, why wouldn't I recognize you? I used to see you every day. How bad do you think my memory is? Huh, that's interesting that Aether thinks that's what she's thinking.
But recognizing you is, my responsibility as your disciple.
I wonder if Adeptus have, like, the ability to recognize each other beyond appearances.
An apt observation. One was simply passing by while attending to some important business. One thought it would only be fitting to pay you a visit while in the area.
Wait, Paimon wasn't aware of any important... Cloud Retainer's right. We've still got something super important to do, so we can't stay here for too long today.
Oh, is that so? But it's been so long since we last saw each other.
One simply desired to see you and had no intention of interrupting your work. A quick conversation should suffice for today. A more involved reunion should wait until you find yourself less occupied.
I understand. That should be fine.
While one acknowledges the amount of work that you have to deal with every day, one must also remind you to rest. Though Adepti blood flows through your veins, excessive exhaustion will still cause grave harm to your body. It still makes one nostalgic to see you as you are now, respected and independent. When you were young, you oft begged one to cuddle you to sleep when you suffered from nightmares.
Oh wow, thank you for telling us all that.
Cloud Retainer! Stop!
I knew that she was going to be embarrassed.
If you insist. We are running short on time regardless, so one will refrain from going into each and every story. Why don't you continue your conversation? One shall simply stand by and listen.
Good grief. You discussed some of your recent adventures with
Wow.
Xianyun.
You've been to so many new places since the last time we spoke. If you ever need anything, please just come find me at High Pavilion. Also, forgive me for my presumptuousness, Cloud Retainer, but if you plan to continue appearing in this form, don't you think it'd be helpful to adopt a human name?
Oh, this is where she gets that other name.
A human name? Huh. You raise a valid point. Considering the sheer extent of one's renown, Cloud Retainer is surely too recognizable as a name.
You really think so? Not that you're not famous or anything, but that famous?
You presume to know the extent of one's illustrious achievements. One would hardly think such a thing to be possible. Nevertheless, Ganyu's advice cannot be ignored. From this point on, when in public occasions, be sure to refer to one as Xianyun.
Xianyun. Okay.
Xianyun?
I assume that's a reference to the full record of Pristine Pavilion. An Adeptus of years past would rise with the clouds and rest with the moon. They were enlightened and wise, free and unfettered. The writer referenced Master's name to describe her carefree and spontaneous nature.
Oh, that sounds super cool! Paimon feels like only the most powerful of Adepti could rise with the clouds and rest with the moon.
Actually, those lines were originally written to describe Cloud Retainer herself.
Huh.
Huh? Wait, so you're really that powerful?
And what of it? Did you truly take one to be nothing more than a bird of bigger than average size?
Not exactly.
Paimon looked away in embarrassment. That's totally what Paimon had in mind.
To be fair, Cloud Retainer rarely speaks of her past accomplishments. The tales of her past can only be found in ancient texts. It is said that once, a long, long time ago, there was a severe drought in Liyue. Left with no choice, many people left their homes, while others spent day and night praying to the Adepti. Although I did not live through such tragedy, simply reading about it is enough to gain a visceral understanding of all the pain and desperation during that time. On top of the drought, a noxious gas also began to spread through the land. If not for Cloud Retainer's efforts, much of Liyue would be nothing more than a barren wasteland today. The books had this to say about what happened. Upon arrival, the Adeptus borrowed the wind to retain the clouds. Immediately, the clouds gathered together, and abundant rain burst forth from the heavens. Drought and plague were both driven away, and the people were saved.
Wow. That's incredible!
Yeah, it does sound pretty cool.
Mortal records add embellishments to dramatize past events. One did merely what one ought, and even if one had not interceded, the other Adepti would surely have stepped in to help.
Even so, you stopped an entire drought! Can you really control the weather like the book said? Oh, Paimon suddenly has a lot more respect for you. So it was Paimon's bad for calling you Illuminated Bird before. You're not too mad, are you?
Why would you bring that up, Paimon?
How laughable. A name is but a simple label we carry with us on our journey through the world. Why would one be offended by such a trivial matter?
That's a relief. In that case, Paimon will continue to call you whatever feels right in the moment.
That's not a good idea, Paimon.
Well, that is quite enough ancient history for now. Ganyu, have you had word from Shenhe? One has heard that she procured a job recently. Have you any thoughts on her workplace? And what, pray tell, of her monthly remuneration? Moreover, does she find herself overly inundated with work? Is she allowed time off during Lantern Rite?
That is a lot of questions.
There is no cause for concern, Cloud Retainer. I introduced Shenhe to her employer personally. Wanmin Restaurant's business has been booming recently. So, with Chef Mao being swamped with customers, and Shangling still off and out in search of new recipes, I introduced Shenhe to staff the restaurant.
I see. Most excellent indeed. One has had the pleasure of being introduced to that family. Shangling is kind and astute, while her father is loyal and reliable. One has no cause to believe that they will make Shenhe's work difficult. Now, it is almost time to partake in the victuals of noon. One shall visit Wanmin Restaurant in person and see how Shenhe is doing.
Huh? But didn't you just say that you had something important to do?
And visiting Wanmin is probably the important thing now.
Can that wait until after we've eaten?
You may return to your work, Ganyu. One shall see to this matter on one's own. There will be many an occasion to dine together in the future. One is certain the opportunity shall present itself most readily.
Of course, Cloud Retainer. Please take care. Traveler, Paimon, I'll see you some other time.
See ya.
See you around, Ganyu!
Cool.
Paimon was pretty quick on the uptake there, don't you think? As soon as you mentioned important business to attend to, Paimon realized that you were just looking to cut the conversation short and not take too much of Ganyu's time. Is Paimon right?
No, in fact, it was not an excuse. One is indeed visiting Liyue Harbor for an important purpose.
Wait, for real?
The moment is not yet upon us. Still, the truth will be revealed to you in time.
Huh. She really seems to be playing up the whole mysterious Adeptus thing right now. Is it because we just heard that cool story about her powers?
Well, I am going to be stopping here, and in the next video going to Wanmin Restaurant to see Shenhe. But before I stop, I think, let me see. Oh, whoops, wrong thing. I'm gonna make some wishes. So I'll make some wishes on this one and this one, just randomly. And unfortunately, it was just a bunch of weapons.
Where do you want to go next?
Anyways, yeah, thank you very much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed the Spino Doubleblaster. It was kind of fun. I thought it was, you know, a little bit simple for the most part. The ending did, you know, like the last two stages did have that twist with the enemy that you had to defeat. But, you know, for the most part, it was pretty simple. And I'm also, you know, enjoying this story quest so far with Xianyun. I think that's how they pronounce their name. I'm hoping that, you know, it's pretty cool, you know, interesting as we go further. Unfortunately, we didn't do it back when it first became available, so the characters are, you know, acting as if we're in the past right now when we've already seen events from the future. But the same thing happened with Farina's story quest. As I get further along here, though, you know, as I knock out more of these, which I intend to do as often as possible, I'm hoping that I'll finally catch up to where it's supposed to be at. Anyways, so yeah. Thanks again for watching, and the next time I play, I will be continuing the story quest. And who knows, I may even end up doing, like, you know, a little bit of a new timed event as well, if they add another timed event. We will see. So, yeah, see you next time. Bye-bye.